when I look on paper, you look at the momentum that they built from last year. Now they lost some dudes, but they got some dudes coming out. They coming back. They have 10 transfers from the transfer portal. Albany, they got a defensive end who is active. So before I say something about Florida State, I gotta say this. This was about my Heisman thing about making everybody, winning the Heisman spring. Somebody got to explain to me why they think Jordan Travis is a dark horse contender to win the Heisman. Now, let me tell you something. I paid more attention to Florida State and rooted for Florida State because as a UCF fan who went to UCF with Mackenzie Milton there and covered him, I was rooting for him. I was at UCF when he got hurt, covered the team, mad respect for him. I did not see Heisman from Jordan Travis, so I don't know. That's like jumping from 28 degrees to 94. I don't. He is a quarterback that can get the job done with his legs, and he can make throws. I'm not hating on Jordan Travis. He can make. I think he can be a pretty good quarterback. But Heisman quarterback, tell me. Let me ask you something. Can Jordan Travis make a throw like CJ Stroud made to Jackson Smith and Jigba in the fourth quarter to give us the go-ahead lead in the Rose Bowl? Can Jordan Travis make that throw?
I think I might be the wrong person to ask because he actually did. I don't know the exact Jigba, but he did make that throw against my Hurricanes on 4th and 14.
Okay, but I mean against
but consistent. Hold on, you were about to say against a good team? Is that what you were about to say? Is that what you were about to say, Don?
I was listening to your breakdown, so I ain't say nothing that you ain't say. So let's just get it. Let's get it. I watched the breakdown after the game and the little coverage that they were in and how there was mistakes made. And so that was a big league throw. I'm not hating on it at all. But consistently, you tell me he can make that
consistently. No, I don't. Like you said, I don't think he has a Heisman arm. I think he's a good quarterback, a good college quarterback who needs some help in other ways, right? And so, kind of to push this thing on, I know we want to keep it to that hour mark. Here's my thing. You're losing one of your running backs. They had running back by committee last year. One of those guys, shameless plug, was in my Corbin. I had him, believe it or not, as being a Kane fan because he did so much running for them and so much scoring. I had him in my college fantasy draft. Hey, join CoachHayesFootball.com so you're aware that if you want to join our college fantasy draft, we give out donations at the end for the winner. But anyway, so with that being said, he's a guy who needs some help, and that guy Corbin is going to the NFL to try his luck out there. So there's some more people coming around, but in order for him to have that, they don't have anything really put together to help him where he's walking back into something where they just have to plug and play. You understand what I'm saying?
And that's the thing that I'm kind of now. Let me say something. They got some dudes that they got. For example, Micah Pittman from Oregon. He's a good receiver. They got Johnny Wilson, that 6'7", 6'8" target. He can play tight end. So there's more weapons for Florida. There's more weapons for him. Offensive line, they got a kid from Wisconsin, and that's just not one of those reserves. No, they considered him, to be on the watch list for the Remington. And so, they went to the FCS, so they improved on offensive line. When I look at this FSU team on paper, they look good. I'm not going to lie to you. I like the transfers they got. Tatum Bethune from UCF, middle linebacker, was very productive, had like 100 tackles. He's up there now. And so they got a lot of guys, and they've replaced a lot of guys. They still have some holes at certain places. There's still question marks. You talked about Corbin. He's gone. Can you maintain that consistency? And so with FSU, really, to me, it boils down to the first game. Because they can be up 36-0, and then Boise State could come back and whoop them, and then that defines the entire season. And so here's the thing. If Florida State, I can't believe I'm saying this, if Florida State can put it together then that FSU Miami game takes on a whole nother meaning. And their games, FSU can come out of the Atlantic. You can see FSU Miami twice. You could. If they have the talent, that's the thing. But it's so hard for me to put an actual prediction because I don't know. Because I'm not sold on Mike Norvell. I'm just keeping it real with you. I'm not sold on him. I know he can coach. You know, I saw what he could do with Memphis firsthand, but there's just something that's off.
You know what it is? I don't know what Florida State's identity is.
Yeah.
That's the issue. When you see them play, is it the quarterback? Is he just going to just willy-nilly get through that thing? Is he going to make the throws? Is the running back room going to look great? Running back by committee. Again, you know, Corbin is left. Then there was a point where they brought Milton in because Travis wasn't looking great. Then they took Milton back out because remember, Milton came back and almost won that game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
You know, so, and I know it's early in his career, right? So far as a Florida State head coach.
Yeah.
But that was year 2. I know the first year was COVID, so I guess if we give everybody an asterisk by that. All right. But it just, we don't know yet. And then here's another big asterisk. You bring in all these transfers. Can he manage that many different personalities, that many different philosophies, that many different talent sets, right? Meaning, what are they? What are these guys bringing in? Right. Are he bringing in guys to fit his system, or is he bringing in guys who are going to make his system fit them? Exactly. There's a lot of unknowns right now for Florida State in that sense. And as they say, man, you know, we got Florida State here coming up. They open out with, let me see here. Oh, man, they should blow it. I can't even say it. The questions is Lord of mercy. How do you even schedule these teams? And then they go into LSU, right? So they got a tough one, man. They go into LSU, but they play my Canes on November 5th, man.
LSU, they can beat LSU. We don't know what LSU is going to be. Yeah, and we're going to get that in the SEC breakdown. Brian Kelly, I'm definitely not sold on Brian Kelly. So outside those weird, you know, videos he be posting, you know, with those recruits, yeah, it's okay to sit down and do, you know, what Nick Saban does and everything. But if I'm going to give my too early prediction, FSU Miami and the ACC Championship, winner goes to the CFP.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard it here first on Coach Me Podcast. Dom Smith just said Florida State, Miami, ACC Championship, winner goes to the playoffs.
Let me give a caveat. But they cannot lose 2 games. If Florida State loses to LSU because it's early, to your point, and they win out, I think they'll be in. On paper, these 2 teams have talent. There is a soft spot in the committee for the ACC because there is a love for Clemson. On paper, Miami should be good. Florida State should be good. Am I wrong?
No.
They should have. To me, Florida State has a tougher road. I don't see how Miami, I'm not saying it's going to be a cakewalk. I think Miami could easily represent the Coastal. You know, again, it's just a too early prediction because, like I said, hell could bust wide open. And, you know, I could be wrong. Like I said, the teams, they cannot lose. If they're coming in with 2 losses, then forget about this. So let's put an asterisk on that. So now he's smoking some good stuff. Ohio State's still going to win the national championship. That's for real. So
now he really smoking some good stuff now. When you think that,
no,
we're talking about
if we go,
we'll talk about that. But listen, Dom, we already are literally a month into this brand new venture, man. The Coach Me Coach podcast. I love your take on it. Shane says paper don't win any games. You're right, man. Again, so listen, everything we hear, guys, we're talking sports. We're 2 guys who love football, whether it's college, high school, pros. And we're just talking based on what we see today. Come June, trust me, we could do this thing all over again and it sound totally different.
Yeah.
So because based on the people that come in, leave out, so forth, so forth. So with all that being said, guys, just take it. It's barbershop talk, having fun with it. Go ahead and spread the word out in the barbershops, man. Hey, man, y'all should check out the Coach Me Coach podcast on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, man. Coach Hayes and Don, them boys be on there getting it, man. But let me know real quick. We'll probably do the next conference coming up. I forgot to ask that earlier. I don't know if I put a poll up or not. I'll check the poll that I put up. But anyway, we only have 3 left, which is the SEC, the Big 12, and the Pac-12. And we'll kind of go through those as well. Dom, closing words and anything before we get up out of here, because Coach Hayes going live about this slap heard around the world right after this. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. Listen, it's been fun doing it. Gonna be in and out. Got some work stuff, got some personal stuff, so may not be on as much in April and May. But let me tell you something. I got to say this. As of Tuesday, what's today's date? March 29th.
Mm-hmm.
Florida State, Miami, ACC Championship. Paper don't win games, but it makes for great talking points before the game start. Can't tell
like
me.
I said,
Coach,
I got to get my lady. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, Dom Smith has predicted it right here on the Coach Me Coach podcast, episode 4. ACC Championship will be Florida State versus the University of Miami.
Subject to change. Let me just add that.